Alright guys, welcome to a short video review of the Vivo X51 5G. We are going to have a look at the video function of this smartphone and check out how well the different cameras can record videos. And also we are going to test the gimbal smartphone camera feature, so we expect really very good stabilization, and for that purpose we're going to compare the Vivo X51 5G to a Huawei P40 Pro and see if it performs better. Alright, so this is a video recorded in the standard mode of Full HD resolution and 30 frames per second. We have a very good dynamic range. You can see all the little details in the clouds in the background. So this is really good. And also there's a decent stabilization. So if I walk with the phone in my hand, it's absolutely no problem. It's not shaking whatsoever. And the focus is also working pretty well. So we have no complaints here. If you want to change between the camera lenses during your video recording, you have to stick to the full HD resolution. In 4K, it is not possible to record videos with the ultra-wide angle lens or with the zoom cameras of this smartphone. But as we are in full HD resolution right now, we are going to check out the different camera lenses. So let's switch to ultra-wide angle. Okay, now we switch to the ultra-wide angle camera, and we see that the quality is obviously worse. There are less details and you have some distortion at the edges of the video, but still the quality is okay. It's worse than what I would expect from a 700 euro smartphone, but it is okay. Actually, also these videos are stabilized very well, so there is no problem with the stabilization. And now let's check out the zoom functionality. So we're going to switch from the ultra wide angle camera to the main camera, which will happen now. You see that it switched the lenses during the video recording, so that's actually pretty nice to have this feature. And now we are going to zoom in more. And we are going to cross the 2x zoom now, and you see that it switched the camera lenses again to the telephoto camera with 2x zoom. And also this quality looks pretty good. It's not as good as the main camera, but it's a good quality. And let's zoom in further, because if we are going to have 5x zoom, it will switch the camera again, which will happen now. Okay, so now we are at 5x zoom. The video is still stabilized, so that's pretty good. The quality is okay too. So actually this is a pretty nice zoom function. We can zoom in further, but this will be only digital zoom. Let's try how far we can go. We are now at 10x and now at 15x. So actually this is a pretty good quality. I didn't expect it to perform so well, so I'm happy with that. Let's switch back to 2x zoom and the main camera again. Alright, so this was it with the extra lenses. As I said before, unfortunately there's no possibility to record in 4K quality and switch between the lenses, which is a little bit strange, but okay. Let's check out the full HD resolution with 60 frames per second now. Okay, so here you see a video recorded in full HD resolution with 60 frames per second, and we still have a very good image stabilization, so it's also no problem to walk with the phone in the hand. Also the focus is working well. Also under these conditions we have a little bit less detail than we had with the 30 frames per second, but the color reproduction stays natural, and we also have our good dynamic range. So also this smartphone performs very well with full HD resolution and 60 frames per second. Let's check out the 4K videos. Okay, here we have a 4K video with 30 frames per second. We have much more detail. Actually, the videos look really nice with a lot of dynamic and good color reproduction. Also very well stabilized. No problems here. Let's check out the focus. Also the focus seems to be working quite nicely with 4K and 30 frames per second. And I have no complaints here. The only thing what's a little bit sad is that there is no possibility to switch between the camera lenses in this resolution. Actually, that should be possible, but it's not. So let's check out the 4K videos with 60 frames per second. Okay guys, so this is the highest this smartphone can go. It's 4K resolution with 60 frames per second. And I think the processor of this smartphone is not really capable of stabilizing this kind of video, and the only thing that's working to stabilize the video now is the gimbal OIS, and we can see that this is not working as good as it was working before, but still at least we have some kind of stabilization. But in general this is worse than what I would expect from a 700 euro smartphone. I would expect EIS stabilized videos, also in 4K quality with 60 FPS, as most smartphones from Huawei or Xiaomi or Samsung can do in this price range. Apart from that, we still have our natural colors, good dynamic range, and actually pretty nice video footage. Alright, so as one of the key selling points of the Vivo X51 5G is its gimbal camera, we are going to compare the stabilization now with the Huawei P40 Pro, which has a normal OIS but no gimbal OIS. So let's start to run a little bit. Okay guys, let me know in the comments what you think about what you just saw. I would say that the Vivo X51 5G stabilized a little bit better than the Huawei P40 Pro, but it was not a really big difference. So the last thing we are going to do now is compare the stabilization in the 4K 60 FPS mode. So in this mode an EIS is not working on the Vivo anymore, but it should be working on the Huawei P40 Pro. And what the P40 Pro here does is normal for smartphones in this kind of price range. So, and if we move right now, we see that the Huawei is stabilizing the video much better than the Vivo X51 5G. So actually, yes, the gimbal stabilization brings a benefit to the videos, but only if you don't want to go to 4K and 60 FPS recordings. Okay, last but not least, let's check out the front camera. The front camera of the Vivo X51 5G can only record videos in full HD resolution. So normally in this price range we would expect 4K resolution also for the front camera. But okay, it's not there. Another thing that's missing here is some kind of stabilization. EIS stabilization is not there. So if I move with the phone in my hand, the video is shaky. This is also not something we would expect from a smartphone in this price range. The focus is fixed, so the sharpness depends on the distance between my face and the camera. The color reproduction is really good, but I would say that the details are not really on top. They are okay, but not really on top. Same goes for the dynamic range. You can see that the sky in the background is a little bit blurred out. Not too much, but it's a little bit blurred out. Okay, so that was the test of the front camera. Please let us know what you think about the video quality of the Vivo X51 5G. Is it worth its price, or is it not as good as you would expect? Please leave us a comment. And also, if you want to see some sample photos, you can follow the link to our website below the YouTube video. Have a good day. Bye bye.